Hello, 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 hello. Let's go. Let's go. Three, two, one, start. Uh, it's a bit of a long story, but when I started to do consulting work with my first firm, the very first thing that I asked them was, are they tracking their users' activity on the platform? And the answer came out to be no. They didn't had any tool through which they would be able to track what kind of activity the users were doing on the platform. When did they open the app? When did they install the app? How many people installed the app? How many people bought the subscription? The only even that they knew that how many revenue they were doing for a specific day and a month, and a basic basic one like yeah, some basic things around that. But they weren't tracking things that are important for the firm that needs to be tracked. So one of the first thing that I did and asked them was to first understand your users, what they are doing on a platform. And since the tech team was only a couple of people and I was the consultant with them, I had to dig in to identify few of the key events. Once we start tracking, gave us insights about the user behavior who were on the platform. The tech team were a bit slow. I would give them a rather a score of 4 of 10 when it came down to implementing things and doing the stuff that I wanted. Since I was a consultant and I was someone who had to show them the results from day one or day or week one for them. So, and I also have the limitation of the tech team. What I also do whenever I join a firm to understand a tech team, to get a taste of them, what they are capable of, and based on the capabilities, come up with things that would be easy for them to implement and for me to track them. So, first thing that we did was left the Firebase for which they were using analytics, anything that they were doing using because they weren't doing anything on that Firebase, good for nothing out there. And we shifted to a Clever Tap, which was a analytics tool like you can see out here on the screen. The good thing about Clever Tap is that it gives you few events, which is custom made, means irrespective of which platform you are integrating Clever Tap with, you might have these 7 custom events which are pre-built like app launch, app uninstalled, login, or something like that. These events were there out there, 4 or 7 events if I remember correctly. So, but the next thing came to be custom events. So the app was a medium-sized app. It was not too technical app, but uh, when it comes down to track users on the platform, uh, and you want to pass events, you when you use the app for the first time, you come up with yeah, I need to pass that event. Okay, I need to pass that event. Okay, I need to pass that event. But the problem is that the tech team and my time consideration and implementing things as fast scale. So when it came down, I needed to figure out what kind of events I need to track and need to push from them so that we are able to track them on our platform. So I think we had odd of around 100 events. I believe 90 to 100 events. 90 to 100 events were there, out of which also each event has sub properties. So sub properties in an event are basically when a user clicks a button. So that button belongs to which page? That button belongs to with CTA. So there were about 400 or 500 odd other property that needs to be get going with that. So this is something that is not impossible. It's possible if you have good tech bandwidth and people are doing that stuff. But here we are. So what did I did for the platform was I only integrated few events. The first event that I asked them to integrate on the platform was very simple. Since our platform was an edtech platform where we used to give users a free trial for 3 days, and those that the post their trial period expired, they won't get the access. So we had the window of 3 days in which we had the high chance of converting the user to a paid user. So the two important Clever Tap events which I pushed, they were more, but what I understand, the two one events which one post has the ability to us to do a lot of things where uh, but I think those two events were free trial. They were free trial started and free trial expired. The logic behind for free trial started was that when a user onboards on a platform, he fills up a few details, logs onto other platform. One thing that they would do is either start the free trial or get away. If they get away, nothing is live on the platform. They aren't in the platform at all. But once they click on the free trial started, we get the idea that the user has an intent of basically using the app in the upcoming days, and we can do a lot more things. One thing that I realized that the flow was something was like during the onboarding that one needs to uh, had one had the option of either starting the free trial or rejecting the message. So if the onboarding was something like forcing the user to go for a free trial, then we wouldn't have needed this event. But since we cannot do the UI change ASAP because that would have to roll out to all the users, and that could take days to roll out to all the users. The only thing that would have been rolled out was this free trial started and free trial expand. What these things do is that whenever user starts a free trial, we know that the users had the intent of basically using the application in the upcoming days, and he also uses the app. But this gives us a window of basically 3 days because we gave the trial period of 3 days to all the users. So what it does that let me show you how it looks like when you do. Let's run a campaign. Let's run a campaign. Whenever a user does a free trial activation started or free trial is activated, what we did we used to make a campaign free trial started. The next thing was that this was a live behavior, and our goal was nothing here because we haven't had any event of this. But this was basically active for the users who for whom free trial was started. So as soon as someone hit this event of free trial started on a platform, in the initial days we did not do any kind of this thing of system control of iGroup because we were just getting started out here. So whenever someone did the free trial started, we used to send them a message, a simple push message: welcome to our app, your 3 days free trial has started. Pardon for my spelling, but we used to do that and used to send the user with a bunch of emojis out here. What that used to do that it used to give the user a clear picture that yeah, my 3 days free trial has started and you need to use the app. So the next thing that we also began doing was, since we had that event in our hand, we started making journeys. Journeys means out here. Journeys is basically multiple campaigns stacked in a same workflow. What we did was basically this would be a journey for users starting free. Pardon for my slowness because but I have a bit of ADHD and I like to write this in a specific format. Today date is 01/02/26. Yeah. This is a live behavior journey. The entry criteria is enter, no 5% one, no nothing. So the entry criteria for this journey was again free trial started and free transfer. So as soon as the user hits this event, he becomes a part of this journey. And what we used to do that since we had only two medium at that time to send him emails, send him uh, messages was post notif, and the second one was pop up, but we cannot use pop up, so we only used to send them push notif. And we tried to make sure that each push notification was in such a way that they get a gist of basically what they need to do and what the platform offers. Like our platform offers 3 days free trial, but our platform also offers 10,000 plus question access is live. We need to give them the info that you can access 10,000 questions on a platform, and once they do, they are free to use that platform. Also, we had a bunch of different features on our platforms, like they can have a test series basically they can attempt test series on our platform. This is fairly simple because out here. And also we took care that we do not send these users these push notice at a specific time or so that it did not feel like spam. So every time he entered into this entry action, we used to wait for about an hour to send our first push notice. And for the second push notice, we generally used to wait for about 12 hours. So you understand that we have a window of about 3 days, and it is equivalent around 72 hours. So we would be sending them out 7 to 8 push notices at the same time. Uh, these push notice won't. We know that. We also know that uh, reading the push notice won't have much impact. But my idea was that if they read the post notice, they will get the idea what the platform offers, the value. Like I was reading this book of Alex Hormozy, 100 million offers. So one thing that I knew that if you are giving someone for free something, you basically need to tell him also that what it is and how it may help you. So every post notice was basically an ideation behind that. And since we have the limitation out here, so we can't do anything. And at the end of 72nd hour, we used to send them an message that your free trial will end in this much hour, and you will everything will expand. One clever thing that we also did was somehow the tech was have implemented a feature on the platform where user would be able to input their coupon codes. So in every push notif, not in the first day, but from second to third day, we used to insert a coupon code. Like we used to tell them, you have the access to 10,000 questions for Reflex platform. Also, you said in that message we used to use coupon code for 20% discount or blah 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 anything that matter. So yeah, one more thing that we also used to do that if we knew that the user have completed his 3 days journey, we thought that okay, that if he has completed his journey, is there a way that I can bring him back on my platform? And since we didn't have a technical tech bandwidth, so we weren't able to launch new features. So and trial. So this was also very simple. This is why I also passed this second event. I there were various two more events, but it were the two events that gave us good results at the same time. The action criteria were that for the users whose free trial has expired, they became the part of the journey. And again, we started to send them the influx of post notice. And in this push notice, we were a bit aggressive with them. In aggressive in a sense, uh, we used to send them push notice with a coupon discount that they cannot say no. This is what the first principle of few principles that I learned from 100 million offers. If someone is getting away from you, if you think there's a chance, give them the best offer you can. So initially we had the offer 20%. We used to increase that to 30% with a coupon code. What we realized was that the true journey that we made, which was free trial started and free trial expired, and we kept tracking that coupon codes because these coupon codes were specifically for these journeys. So there is no third party coupon code that were live outside this thing. Because these two coupon codes for two journeys we made, and we tested out, are they having any impact on the users? Are we seeing something that is a bit different. For the first 2 days, the revenue were the same as always. But what we saw that on the third day, the coupon code from free trial began to increase a bit. Means one coupon code was used, which was a big win for us. Second day, two coupon codes were used. Third day, some coupon codes were. So what we saw that the platform for which I was consulting on, the users have become active on using the coupon codes if we provide to them, if they are in the free trial mode. What was interesting that even if their plan is expired, and the second journey that we ran, that also gave us revenue from those users at the same time. What I think our revenue numbers, if we were doing about, I can't give you the number ASAP out here because it's a client considered privilege. If we were doing about so what we did, what we thought of that after 2 weeks when we analyzed what the trend was, we were able to see that we had a pretty good CTR because we tried to have a non-spammy push notification at the same time. And also the deep link in this CTR used to redirect the user to the landing page only or the app only, because we didn't have the deep link that redirected the users to a specific page. But we saw that because the thing that we made sure that the coupon code that we are using is only one time, because once a user clicks on that push notification, he won't be able to see the coupon code again, because we don't have the feature of that. And at the same time, we don't have the ability on a platform to show the in-app. There was some difficulty with the tech team. In-app notifications weren't live, so that was also not possible. So we also made sure the coupon code that we were basically making live for the users were fairly simple. Only 4-digit coupon code. Coupon code that is very simple. What we observed that we saw a good revenue bump with these coupon codes. If these coupon codes weren't used, we would be having the same number that was pre my joining this firm. But when we started to use the strategy, which is a fairly simple strategy, I don't think that is too complex to understand in this. But the thing that it took me to understand was to understand the tech team, how they were doing, understand what the problem was, get the insight of what can't be done, figure out what needs to be done, segregate things into priority using the Moscow effect. And once that was done, we had that. We got some revenue number bump. But later on, we did a lot of events out here. I made sure that the platform is robust. When I leave, everything is being tracked by everyone on the platform. Uh, and we do that. So this is one of the stories through which it was a fairly simple story, but it was very interesting for me to do at the same time. Uh, cool. If you have any queries, you may ask me, and would be happy to answer. I think that it is too long, but I believe that if the story is for 2 minutes, it does not make sense. You need to give the complete context, and that's a very important part of any storytelling or anything that you did. Bye bye.